COVID is on the rise sharply, and it seems most everywhere. What's in store for our communities and all of Florida? My next guest, a now familiar face, local infectious disease specialist, Dr. David Dodson.
So we're very worried. We're seeing a surge in cases. In Florida, we're up to 850,000 cases. Our first case was in March to 850,000. We're approaching 18,000 deaths. And we've seen, I think we're in this position because of poor leadership from our political leaders. In mid-May, Governor DeSantis opened up the state, and then we saw a spike in June and July. And then on September 25th, all the restaurants and bars were reopened, and now we're seeing a spike. The problem is we're on the beginning of an asymptotic curve. It's accelerating. And so now we're seeing 5,000 cases a day. Now there's 3,000 hospitalized, 8% positivity. And all these numbers are about double what it was a week or two ago. So we're on the wrong side of this curve, and I'm very, very concerned.
Going to get worse?
It's going to get worse. The only thing we have to stop this is our behavior right now. We have to hold the fort until the vaccines are available. But right now, all we have is our behavior. And I'm very, very worried about where this is going.
The vaccine is potential good news. Talk about Pfizer and others, but that's a ways away. Distribution challenges. It's not finally approved. What's your best advice right now, first to people at home watching this?
Well, the problem is the virus can only do two things. It can infect people, it can replicate, and then it infects more people. The virus behavior is fixed. What isn't fixed is our behavior. And every time we have social gatherings, whether it's July 4th, Memorial Day, any gathering at all, that's an opportunity for the virus to spread. And it spreads silently, efficiently, and relentlessly. So even though we all have pandemic fatigue or whatever, the virus doesn't care. If we give it an opportunity, it'll spread. So I'm very concerned about Thanksgiving coming up. People will be getting together. And again, anytime gatherings occur, the virus spreads.
Are you telling people in your medical estimation they should not get together for big family gatherings?
We're in a very serious situation right now in terms of this virus in our society. So yeah, my recommendation is that you keep Thanksgiving gatherings to a very minimum, only your family. I would not recommend commercial air travel at this point. If you're planning on visiting your family, start your quarantine now before you go visit your family. Because the risk of this, anytime we get together, the transmission is going to occur.
What do you say to public policy experts about what they need to be thinking about?
Well, what we've never had in this country is a national strategy. And I recommend that everyone in America, not only Florida, everyone in America, start wearing your mask every single time you're out. Maintain the social distancing, maintain the hand washing, because this behavior, the pandemic will progress depending on our behavior. Our government hasn't told us the right things to do up to now, so it's up to each and every one of us to wear the mask, to do the things we know that can stop this virus.
I know that the mask has become a political football when you want it to be a matter of science. What do you say to those who are making it a political football rather than a question of health and science?
At this point, wearing a mask is not a political statement. If you choose not to wear a mask, well, you are making a statement. You're saying you don't care about your fellow Americans. So wear the mask. It's the only way to save a lot of lives.
Sir, final 45 seconds or so, final best advice, what perhaps I've not touched on, where we are, where we're going. Are we going to have, from a medical point of view, see some kind of limited shutdowns in your estimation to get a handle on this?
Well, we have to contain the virus in one way or another. So we can either decide to do it collectively and individually and wear the masks and listen to the advice, or there will be shutdowns. Chicago shut down today. We're going to be seeing this more and more. We're seeing it in Europe. So unless we do the right thing in terms of our individual behaviors, we're going to have harsh collective measures to contain this virus. The herd immunity thing is silly, and it'll result in too many people dying. So it's up to each and every one of us to do the things that we know how to do to contain this virus.